We are live.
Let's go. Hey guys, I apologize for the audio and video. For some reason, StreamYard is not letting me hook up to my mic and my camera. It's not my computer. It works on Zoom. It works on everything else. But I sent the ticket in. Hopefully we have this fixed by tomorrow. But we're not going to make you miss an episode of Evening Rants because of the technical difficulties. Alan was having trouble with StreamYard. There's something going on with their system. But I put in a ticket. We'll have it fixed. We have too much to talk about to let some audio and visual get in the way. Too much to talk about.
So it is of course less than a month away from the election. So shit gets crazier and crazier. Can't hear you on X, Mark. Are you kidding?
You can hear me. If you can hear me, they can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Are you sure your volume's on?
Well, or he could be fucking with us. So like one or the other, you know. So hang on.
You can't hear me. I quit.
Here's what I'm going to do. Hang on a second.
Oh, it was on his end. God damn it, Sergeant Thunderbeard. What a name.
Yeah, I love the name. I just checked. Sorry on my end. No problem, Sergeant Thunderbeard.
No problem, brother.
Dude, you're forgiven just for the fucking name of Thunderbeard.
That is such a good name. Not going to lie.
Yeah, I can't do the beard thing like you guys. My wife doesn't like facial hair. So and you like your beard grows in like nice and soft and fluffy and shit like that. Mine grows in like barbed wire. Like that.
Bro,
like,
you gotta understand. I have some whites going on here. Those motherfuckers, you can like scrub dishes with them.
Well, dude, you've seen mine though. All mine's white.
So. Yeah. I'm getting there, man. It's not gonna be soft and fluffy. It's just not gonna happen. It's short-lived. And I'm gonna live this moment for as long as I can.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude. I mean, I started. When did you start? When did you notice your first gray hair?
Shit, 40. It's been
I was 17.
It's coming in really slow. It's not taking. It's taking its time.
Yeah, I was 17.
Shit. Yeah. Well, Sean went gray really early, like in his 20s. So
yeah. Oh, I was like 3/4 gray probably by the time I was 35. And but by the time I was in my early 30s, I was shaving my head, and then my beard was starting to get like that white look right here. And then I met my wife. She was like, you know, that's really bristly. And I actually went like this a couple of times. I'm like, you know what? If I could scratch my hand, her thighs can't have that.
But
so
the white hair, like I'm getting my hair cut. I get my hair cut like every 10 days. So the white hair, like my barber will go in and like clip the white hairs because they're like everything's here and the white hair's like
yeah.
I got one right here that I have to trim like twice a week, man.
Yeah, it's weird how like gray hairs and nose hairs grow super long.
Dude, no, I trim my nose hairs like 3 days a week.
Yeah, me too. But here's another thing too. Like for the people that wonder, like I started going bald when I was like in probably my late 20s, and I had made it longer than any male in my family. All the men in my family on both sides are bald as fuck. Like
nothing wrong with being bald.
In like their early 20s. Dude, I love being bald. I'm lucky. Some people don't have the head for it. Some people got that point and shit like that, and then they got that like it's oblong in the back. They look like they got an alien sitting back there. But some people don't got it. Like, so I'm happy with my head. But one night I was out, and this was when I still drank, and I was running nightclubs, and I was out with my buddies, and I was talking to somebody. This is before I met my wife, and I was talking to somebody. And they kept looking at my eyes and looking up at my hairline and looking at my eyes and looking at my hairline. And me and my buddies ended up the night like 4 a.m. drunk. So I woke up the next day like noon, and I went to go to the bathroom, and I looked in the bathroom mirror, and I was bald. And like there was just nothing but hair all over the sink. Like I had apparently gotten really drunk, and was like, "Fuck it, I'm not going to be self-conscious about it." And I decided to, oh yeah,
like that guy.
Yeah, there's a peanut. Yeah.
So that guy, so what my new thing on X is I find some wacky liberals and I just post their pictures.
Yeah.
And you pretty much don't even need to say they're liberals. No. Like, look at this guy.
Liberal. Yeah,
look at that fat fuck. Look at that guy.
Liberal. Yeah, liberal.
Like, I mean, it is just, look at that guy.
Yeah.
So look at that guy. Look at that nose. He's got to be Jewish.
And for those people out there that saying like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're making fun of how people look," shut the fuck up.
If someone looks like this, you need to make fun of them.
Shit, we make fun of how each other looks. We make fun of how we look ourselves. Everybody catches it. Everybody, every dude can have their looks made fun of. Frankly, it is a very
nobody's immune. Nobody's immune.
Yeah, nobody. Fuck that. Nobody. Like
not
shit. Mark reminds me I'm small every time I fucking see him.
I never call you small, except when people say you're on steroids.
Yeah, except
as a steroid user, I'm offended.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm offended. I'm like, what the hell, man? You're totally discounting the hard work and life risking that we take as steroid users.
Yeah, no shit. But when I start TRT, we'll talk. It'll be different.
Yeah. Well, TRTs, that's therapy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have my levels raised to probably 1,000, 1,100.
Again, that's normal range. That's high normal. Nothing wrong with
it.
That.
Will be amazing. Probably here before too long. So before too long.
So I don't even know what's been going on in the world today. I had a great day, by the way. So I have a kid who I'm working with who was cleared to play today. Pretty awesome right here. Pretty awesome. So he tore his ACL. They said he'd have to miss the season. I said no. So he'll be back by senior night. And his parents were nice enough to take us out to lunch.
Dude, that's amazing. And here's the thing, man. Like, for those people that don't know, if you've got a kid and they're involved in sports in the Nashville area or even not, you got to go visit Mark and Bryce. You got to. Like, if you want your child to excel, you guys work wonders with people. How this kid was supposed to be out for how long? December. And you got him back now. Season. Yeah.
So we got him back, and guess what the best part is?
What's that?
Senior night is Friday, and he gets to run the ball. So he gets to play on senior night.
Dude,
and he wants to play in college. So it's like, this is great. Good kid. He did. Dude, we beat the shit out of that kid to get him ready. Like, everything we asked of him, he did it above and beyond, squatting over 400 pounds again, passed his test today. So we're really excited for him, man.
Very cool, dude. Very cool. And that's what people got to do. You got to pay it forward. I'm sure you're one of these coaches that has a safe space in your gym, right?
No, everybody gets it.
Everybody gets
the
it.
Safe space.
Yeah, everybody gets it.
Oh, you're not happy? Go run.
Go run.
Like, our safe space is the torture zone.
Yes.
There's no safe space in life. There's no safe space in life. There's no safe space in training.
No.
You get out there unless you want to lose. If you want to lose, then we're not the guys for you, man. We're out there to help you win. We're out there to help you win. That's it. We're creating winners.
So, and so everybody catches it. Even the brothers catch it, though. Mark, you know that, right? So even the brothers do.
Well, but I thought that if you voted for Biden, that you got your blacklist back.
Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, I thought that too. Like, if you voted for him, you were black again. But does everybody recognize this guy? Yeah, it was temporary, because here is Obama. It's funny how this guy's. I'm sorry, and you guys can call me a racist all you want. How you think that this rich, entitled person that is and yes, he has worked hard his whole life. I'm not taking that away from Barack Obama, but how you guys think that he should be able to tell regular folk, get alone regular black dudes, who to vote for? First of all, that makes him a racist. It makes him racist. But listen to this shit, dude. I have seen so many TikTok videos of pissed off black dudes. This is glorious. We finally have this whole clip. Hang on.
Communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now,
did you see the disapproving look he just gave them? He looked at him like.
What I don't understand is, dude has beachfront property. What neighborhood and community are you talking about, Mr. Obama? Like, what community? Do you think these guys live in your community? You're so far removed from any any community. Like his community is beachfront property in the richest areas in the world.
Yeah.
That's not anybody's. That's not my community even. Like his community is so far above and beyond what our community is. I mean, that's not the community, bro.
Do you remember his birthday party during COVID, like during 2020?
Where you had all the food brought in and everything.
He had all the food brought in, and none of the elites needed to wear masks or anything like that, and they masked all the help and everything like that. Like, I'm sorry, but like this is like you do realize how like no, not I know you do, Mark, but like that is like super Hunger Games ish, like where these people feel they're so far above people, but I don't even like. I was like taken aback. It's like people forgot about all this stuff too. Like for that to happen and him to sit in front of these people and be like, you better do what I tell you to do.
You do realize he's not all black.
Yeah, he's
So how are you gonna like? How are you, as a guy who's visibly not black, gonna tell people how to be black? Like, dude, if he's Wesley Snipes saying that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is really black.
Yeah.
But like, he almost looks like just a really tan guy. He looks like a guy who took too much melanotan.
Yeah, I get darker than him than like normally in the summer, like much.
Obama needs to tan. He needs to tan to really exploit the blackness.
He should. I'm surprised that, dude. I'm surprised they don't have him do it. I got to be real. I'm honestly surprised they don't.
He needs to get that Wesley Snipes shit going on, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's dark.
Hey, Wesley Snipes, Passenger 57, great movie.
Blade.
Oh, phenomenal. Great actor.
That seems to be more pronounced with the Brothas.
With the Brothas.
So if you don't mind.
I love how he said it. Like, what's the
he's
Brothas?
Like Kamala. He turns black on a whim. Like, just out of nowhere. Boom, I'm black.
With the Brothas.
The Brothas. I'm surprised he didn't drop the N-word.
I was waiting. It's coming.
Right,
dude, it's coming. You know it's coming. Like, I mean, one of them's going to say it. Like, one of them's going to say it. You know it.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would make my fucking year. That'd be so good.
It would. I mean, most of their followers say it all the time anyway. Like the very second you get somebody like, like Q-Pilled or any ABL, Anthony Brian Logan, like these black creators, as soon as they get any of them that don't stay on the left, like the left calls them vile, like they break out the N-word with the hard ER, and then they fucking literally like call him honky or not honky, they call him Uncle Tom and all sorts of shit, like it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, I mean, it's amazing watching, weird white liberal women call some black guy an Uncle Tom because he's not going to vote for fucking Obama, or he's not going to vote for, well, let's be real, it's Obama again. Do
you really think he's the one managing things? Because he already had his. I don't know. I think it's beyond him.
I think
he's a tool too.
I think now possibly it's beyond him. I do think that his framework was the first couple of years. Like, it was clearly not like the very first day they got in office. What, they killed the Keystone Pipeline and opened the border completely, and that was like 90 some executive orders like first day. Like, remember the clip of Biden saying, "I don't even know what I'm signing." Like, you could hear him muttering it, And I think that he had a lot to do with it. Like, he helps write the policy, But
maybe
that's because I believe, just like you're saying, I believe he's a pawn for the bigger players. Like, I mean, I really do. I mean, I think frankly, anybody that we see is a pawn, right?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, the people we don't see are the people that we should be terrified of.
Well, the World Economic Forum, I don't think they're running things. I think they're too retarded to run things. Have you seen those people? Like, I don't think they're running things.
Klaus Schwab looks like the literal, like, if he looks like a presentation of a Bond villain. It's so like over the top theatrical, So I think you're right. Again, like, it's like we don't know who owns BlackRock and who runs BlackRock really. Like, we know who the CEO is, but that's not like we don't know the board members, and they're the people. The board members and for all we know, the board members of BlackRock could be the board members of Vanguard and also the board members of State Street and all these fucking things.
So here's the thing, dude. The reason I don't think the WEF is the one is because they're having public meetings. Do you really think they would say that shit out loud?
No, absolutely not. It's such a good point, dude.
I think it's a psyop because they're literally like, oh, we're going to take over the world 2035, whatever it is. It's like, dude, if you were really going to do that, you wouldn't be telling us.
I was wondering the same thing about like how they're talking about mandatory gun buybacks, right? Like if they win, like, I don't think they'd be telling. I don't think that's not something you would campaign on.
Yeah,
it's not. And I've been saying to you in the text messages for like 2 weeks. I'm like, they're trying to fucking lose. It's like, I swear they're trying to lose. Fucking Tim Walz today said, like, he was like, we can't take another 4 more years of this. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, yeah, you're right. We can't. But your running mate is one of the people that's in charge.
You're right.
Hang on, let me find that one for you. That's crazy. I think I just bookmarked it.
I don't think. Again, I don't think it's a thing. I don't think WF is running anything.
It's very possible that they're not, dude. Like very, very, very possible that they're not. StreamYard
there's no way.
StreamYard was acting up again. Okay, good.
Did it actually work?
Give me a sec. There it is. So listen to this. It's only a couple seconds long, but this is hilarious. Like absolutely full on funny.
Look, you all know it. We can't have 4 more years of this. We won't have 4 more years of it. We won't. Look, you.
What the fuck?
How does that happen?
Oh, Nazi salute.
Yeah, he does have a Nazi salute going on. Holy shit. Oh my God, that's funny.
I know. As a Jew, I could see that from a mile away.
Yeah, you were like, oh, but yeah, like,
got it.
How is that even possible? Like, he has speechwriters. I'm sure of it. Like, sure. And that's some crazy shit, dude. Like, that's just that's
nuts.
How do we even trust anything we see right now?
We trust nothing we see.
Yeah,
we cannot trust anything we see, dude.
I agree.
There's nothing we can trust.
The only thing you can trust is Alex Jones. So
Alex Jones is always right. He's batting 1,000.
Way over, like way over average.
I've never seen anything like it. Like he is absolutely the best at what he does.
It's weird, man. Like because like my wife thought for a while, maybe even still thinks that Alex was also a like controlled opposition because like, well, I mean, you think about it, like he says stuff in such a dramatic way.
You're right.
That she's like, it's to make it look kind of foolish sometimes. You know what I mean? And maybe, but I don't think this is where her and I was like, I think that he's just like me, where he can't control himself, I don't think he can control like the crazy, but he's right about a lot of shit. So he's getting inside information from somewhere. That's for sure. Like
I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah. He's got deep intel a lot of times,
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
Which, by the way, I'd love to be on InfoWars, Alex. Invite me. So
no, I think we'd all do great on InfoWars. That'd be a great place to be. I love Alex Jones.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, he gets it done. Like he just gets it done. He knows what he's talking about. He's always right.
Well, and he stays on focus too. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
And he still talks about COVID and shit. And that's one of the reasons why I appreciate it, because I sometimes feel like me and you were the only people that still talk about COVID. We were some of the only people that were talking about COVID when COVID was going on, and now we're some of the only people that are still talking about it.
Isn't that crazy?
Man, here's my thing. Whether we want to debate how, I know there's a lot of people that want to debate how deadly it was and everything like that. Just to think like what was done, there's one more time. I've said this many, many times. It could have been 25 times, 100. It could have been way more deadly than what it was.
Yeah.
It's still not justification to rob people of their rights. It's just not. You know,
You're absolutely right.
the Constitution was written during, or either the Constitution or Declaration was written during a smallpox outbreak. You
can't suspend the Constitution
yeah.
for a sickness. The Constitution can never be suspended.
Well, that's because
you shouldn't do it.
Right. Well, the Constitution isn't like we don't get our rights from the Constitution. I think they're like our born rights as citizens of America. We've earned this through our freedom. And a lot of people think that they're from God, the creator or whatever. Right. But my thing is like the Constitution, it's weird because the Constitution is just, it's supposed to be the document that reigns in our federal government. And it just doesn't anymore. Like they just do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know,
you're absolutely correct. There's no doubt you're right about that. You're absolutely correct. There's no other way to look at it. There's just no other way to look at it. The Constitution is supposedly rights given us by God, stated in the Constitution, enshrined in the Constitution. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. So God gave us the freedom of speech. God gave us the Second Amendment. God gave us 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th Amendment.
Right.
And that's what the Constitution is. It's enshrined in the Constitution of the people, by the people, for the people.
Exactly.
But I really love how they switch on from black to not black. It's hilarious. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm not worried about the government. I'm not worried. And here's why. I'm more worried about societal decay. Mm-hmm. And I did a video on this on my Tiger Fitness channel about, that OnlyFans girl who's trying to sleep with 600 dudes in 1 year. And I'm not worried about the girls, right? Because what's happening is the reason girls are like this is because men are not leading. Men are not being men. So as long as we don't have men being men, girls are going to do that. And the problem isn't the girls. They're just capitalists, right? The problem is the men who pay the girls to be sluts. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to show you something I have a huge issue with. Huge issue. Just enormous issue, bro. Fuck, where'd it go? Here it is. So this dad posted a TikTok video of his 10-year-old trans son wearing a mini skirt to go on a date with a guy. Let's listen.
How old?
10. Let's save it. Let's save what we have to say until after we watch it.
Absolutely. And today is a big day because she's going on her first date.
This is what I'm going to wear. So the guy I'm meeting is a big fan of Stranger Things, so I got him some gifts. So first I got Jonathan, then I got Matt, then I got a Henry, and I also got Dustin. Oh, and if the date doesn't work out, I'm keeping them. I also got him this iPad so he can FaceTime me. I'll also be keeping this if the date doesn't go well. Okay, now I'm all ready to go on the date, and I'll update you guys how it went.
This is my daughter Edie, and today's
all right. Let me unpack this real quick, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Number one, why is a 10-year-old going on a date? Number two,
10 years old.
Why is a 10-year-old boy dressed as a girl wearing a midriff? Why is she wearing a fucking midriff? Why is she showing her stomach if it's a she? I don't even know what it is. Number three, why are you posting this on social media, you sick freak? This guy, obviously they're not American.
Right.
You can tell by that new accent, they're probably from those European liberal-ass countries. But look, America's got it just as bad. We're on the same path as they are. Guys, even if this was a girl at 10 years old, this reminds me of Maury Povich in the fucking 90s when it's like, I'm 10 years old and I got pregnant. Luckily, this little girl has a penis. She can't get pregnant. But why is a 10-year-old going on a date? Why is a 10-year-old dressed as a girl when it's a boy? Why is it on social media? Why, if I had a daughter and she's 10 and she's dating, I'm embarrassed.
You failed.
Up. I did something wrong. This is grooming, Alan. This is grooming.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy
Oh,
needs-
absolutely.
Look, man, I'm not making any connection here, but there's some dead trees across the street. They need to be cut down. After they get cut down, those trees need to go in a wood chipper.
Yes. I'm with that. I love the wood chipper idea. I am all for. I don't understand. I seriously don't get where we're. Again, like I agree with you. Like when we stand back to it, it's also like societal decay is happening in so many different ways. Like there's this down here. There's the consistent like overeating videos and shit like that people like. Why do people post that shit? Right? Like that's the thing. Like me and you are all about making America healthy again. I think me and you came up with the fucking phrase a couple years ago before anybody else.
We did, but I'll let him take it.
But yeah, oh hell yeah, because like it's we need policy change, and I'm hoping that they just gut the FDA, gut the CDC, all that stuff. But that's not going to make America healthy again. That's just one prong, right? Because we as in society, this is where my other content, when it upsets people, I don't give fat people any fucking slack. You know why? Because they've given too much slack to them fucking selves. You know, if you are fat, if you are out of shape, if you are abusing yourself with food or alcohol or cigarettes and trying, people like me and Mark are here for you motherfuckers. But if you are just wallowing in it and being like, what are you going to do? You are part of the problem in society, and I'm not going to give you any fucking slack. No. Because frankly, if you are on social media and you talking about how you're 300 pounds and you love the way you are and you're going to eat whatever you want, or if you're talking about my 10-year-old is going on a date, if you're going to put this fucking shit out, we, the people, need to really start worrying about our culture. We need to start worrying about what we're going to leave for people. We cannot leave this degree of physical and mental illness to the next generations. We can't. What we just saw, the video you just showed, is mental illness in many ways. First of all, they're abusing that child's mental health. For all they know, that is a phase that kid is going through. That's just it. But I mean, obviously, the mentally ill dad is 100% bought in. So puberty blockers are just around the fucking corner. And then once that happens, then it's a physical detriment to the child, period. Because then they're just like, they're going to be like basically castrated the rest of their fucking life. And that's just the truth. It's not like it's not the truth, but there's like how people just want to literally kind of just wallow in their victimhood. We have got to change the culture of America. We need action movies back. We need like men being men and women being strong women and being like, we need our culture back. I have this thing, I talk about it on my other shit, where it's like, for the last 40 years, like if you look before 40 or 50 years ago, the Hollywood and music acts weren't that important. They weren't celebrities. They were just the actors and shit like that, right? And then once they got elevated, like about 40 years ago, the people that like were the mainstream actors and stuff like that, they're still the main ones running shit. Like they never gave it up. Like once social media hit like that, they never gave it up. So these bitches, along with the federal government, because the CIA does fund movies. The CIA funded Black Hawk Down. The CIA funded a bunch of other movies. So, and that's, you can look that up. You don't need to call me a conspiracy theorist and look all fucking stupid, because that's absolutely 100% true. They have a movie budget. It's crazy. But the government and mainstream media and social media, if you're not paying attention, they're working in unison and lockstep. And it's not necessarily all for the left. The right-leaning ones are doing it too. They're trying to guide our society, and they're having us argue, and they're making all these different little boxes that people need to divide themselves into. Gay, straight, bi, this, blah, 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 the A, B, C, D, Q, F, whatever. And then we have like people like me and you. They have us being like the fucking the meatheads, and there's like they just keep categorizing everybody.
How are we called meatheads?
I don't know.
How the hell are we called meatheads?
I don't know.
That's the problem.
Really
like we are simply people who like to work out, and are healthy. Like I'm on prescribed TRT. Like someone said, like I posted a picture of me not posing, and someone's like, you're getting small. I'm like, no, I'm actually heavier than I've been in months. I'm only 212 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm not that big. I'm not that freaking big, dude. Like, the problem is, if you're simply in shape, you're on steroids and you're unhealthy. Dude,
Yeah.
I will run laps around all these motherfuckers all day long. All day
Exactly.
long. Where were they at 6 a.m.? You know where I was at? I was on a basketball court coaching.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. Like, strength and conditioning coaches have always been big, loud, and jacked. It's what we fucking do. It's what we do. We are big, we are loud, and we are jacked. And guess what? Most of us, we can run. Like, I was just talking to Alex Feinberg, and I'm like, he's like, what do you think you can run a mile? And I'm like, I haven't ran in a while, but if I really pushed myself, I'd be in the 7s. Would I break 7? Probably not. I haven't done it in years. I bet you if I really applied myself, I can suffer and get around a 7. Dude, do you really think anybody on that Mr. Olympia stage can get a fucking 7-minute mile?
No, absolutely
Dude,
not.
I'm so tired of people being so mediocre that I'm special.
Yeah.
We say that all the time. You should be the average 50-year-old man.
Absolutely.
I would be above average based on my body mass index, right? Based on not my BMI, but my muscle to fat ratio,
right?
But guys, there's a genetic component and I haven't missed a workout in 30 years component. That the average, look, if you start lifting at 30 and you're wondering why you're not like me at 44, it's because I had like a fucking 17-year head start.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been trying to get big for fucking 30 plus fucking years. It's not fucking easy. I was just so Presley's stepdad, we're sitting there and we're walking to the doctor's office. It was really cool. They let us into the doctor's office. Like, we were there when he got the diagnosis. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
That's when I knew he would pass, because he invited me and Bryce in. And he was like, dude, what you guys have done with this kid is amazing. I'm like, well, thank you, sir. His dad's like, I don't know how you do it. Like, how are you? It must be a lot of work, like, to stay what you're like. And I'm like, it's just, I wake up in the morning, I work out, and then I stand or sit behind a desk all day like everybody else in this country. But when I'm out of the office, I pack my food or I make wise food choices. And when I'm in the office, I eat my food at home.
Right. That's what you do, though. Like, I say that all the time too. People, like, because obviously, like, I'm actually wearing a regular shirt tonight. I normally have like either a muscle shirt or on something like that. Yeah. And again, I've worked out for 40 years. I went to the gym the first time when I was 13 years old.
Yeah, same.
And I am 53. I've worked out for 40 fucking years, right? Yeah. And I do nutrition and health and weight loss for a fucking living. And I am partnered with him and the rest of the Ambrosia Collective for literally hunger management supplements. I should be lean and I should be in shape. Like, if I am not, I am a very bad representation of what I do and what I have done, right?
Yeah.
But I will say this, my schedule, dude. I am on consultations normally from 6 o'clock in the morning until about 11:30. I teach a live class, and then I go live, and then I cook a little food for like a half an hour, and then it's consultations the rest of the day, and then I do this with you. So it's like, it's sitting or standing besides a 45-minute workout every day, right? It's not that you can't. It's that you don't want to. It's just like, we need to change the culture of society. We need to bring traditional masculinity back. All this shit, like, too many fucking pussies, man. Too many fucking pussies. Where I shared a video last week, and it's like, you're watching a woman getting beat up, or you watch a kid get hit, right? And like, nothing happens. I'm sorry, but I'm not down for that. I'll go to jail.
It's in the culture. Like, Kamala's husband didn't even deny hitting the shit out of a woman in public.
Yeah.
Like,
and they don't care.
This guy, no, it's all good because he's a Democrat. You can beat women. I pray that guy will beat a woman in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, no, See, the problem is the Democrats like, oh, women will lose rights. Oh, like being protected and not being beaten to death. Come on, dude.
Right.
Traditional masculinity protects women.
Yes, absolutely.
You and I
100%.
are as traditionally masculine as they come. I'm literally the provider for my family. You know, I'm not good at fixing things, but I will say I did paint a ceiling this weekend.
Nice,
I feel
dude.
pretty good about myself. But no, we are as traditionally masculine as come. We work out, we grunt, we raise children, we do all the shit that men are supposed to do. But let someone come up to us in public and say some shit about our wife or our family.
Right.
We protect our own. The Democrats, the liberals, the fucking panty-waisted, skinny jean wearing fucking betas, you know why they hit women? Because they can't fight a man. That is the other side.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, Trump's a womanizer. He's not a woman beater.
Yeah.
Unless he's with a girl who likes to be choked or some shit like that. I'm sure Trump's a freak. Trump's not a good dude.
No.
But you look at the other side, you got a woman who the first husband, whatever the fuck you want to call that beta bitch, he beats women and he cheated on her with the fucking babysitter. Like, guys, we need to, traditional masculinity is good. Traditional masculinity is what America needs. It needs men to stand up for what's right, men to protect women, protect their fellow citizens. Someone comes into your town and starts some shit. You know what men do? They stop that shit right there.
Yep.
Not in my fucking town, not in my fucking street, not in my fucking house. And that's what's fucking getting me, man. What's getting me is the fact that this feminist movement has made men just fucking emasculated little fucking bitches. And all these men like, oh, I'm voting for women's rights. Okay, if killing babies is more important to you than societal issues, then you got a fucking problem. Your whole issue is, explain to me IVF, okay? First of all, Democrats want to kill babies, but then they're on the side of creating more babies. Look, pick a side, guys. Do you want to kill babies? Do you want to create like 10 of them at a time from IVF? You gotta fucking be consistent with this messaging.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking get it. We need to bring back masculinity. We need to bring back men who will fuck somebody up if they talk shit about their woman. We need to get men who protect women, don't hit women. This whole like, oh, Trey, you must beat your wife. It's like, no. First of all, that's unfair. I'm not going to lie. My wife's Italian, so she'd probably stab me in my sleep if I did. Yeah. But there's no doubt in my mind, and my wife's mind, and everybody with a brain mind, that if I wanted to, I could probably beat my wife up. Why would I hit my wife? It's a foregone conclusion how that fight's going to go. Right. And women give birth. They create life in their womb. We need to protect women. But women went out, they want to all be boss bitches, get jobs. Oh, well, I'm too good to stay at home. I'm going to go make 60 grand a year working in a cubicle and realize at 49 years old that I should have had kids, but now I'm just going to go online and say that I'm living my best life. I can drink and do whatever I want. Meanwhile, you're all dried up. No man wants you. And now you're going to, influence the next generation to have a dead end. You can do both, women. Like I said, one of the best CEOs I've ever had 7 kids. She gave birth to 7 humans, and she still ran shit. You don't need to choose one or the other. You can have kids. You can raise them. You can be a great mom, and you can have a career. You don't need to choose. You don't need to be, you can be a boss bitch and a great mom at the same time.
So here's my thing on that. Like, because I've known a couple dudes that stay at home and their wife goes to work, but they're also like, they build shit. You know what I mean? Like, they like basically start working from home then.
That's
like,
why I couldn't do it.
Fuck, when I started traveling for healthcare, like when I worked in healthcare, when I had to start traveling around the country, my wife pretty much, quit her job, stayed home, took care of our kid, and also made sure everything stayed running while I was gone. Right. Yeah. But she also went back to school online and got a fucking degree.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? So it's like I when people used to be like, oh, so you're a stay-at-home mom, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Nobody should just be a stay-at-home anything in our world today. We need to be much more active. You should be a stay-at-home parent that also coaches the soccer team. You should be a stay-at-home parent that also like literally fucking does neighborhood organizations, involves your child into the community. You should be that kind of stay-at-home parent that sits around and watches TV all day. You guys fucking suck. But a stay-at-home parent or a stay-at-home mom that fucking like literally makes sure that they take care of the kid, cooks the food, makes sure that shit stays square, and then still does other shit, and makes sure that it's like not just like I got to do my chores, that it's like what we do. That's the fucking good shit. You know what I mean? Like I used to have this rule because of that. That's where YouTube came from, by the way, because my wife made it so she could have just stayed at home and just took care of our kid and chilled, right? But instead, she got an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree in like 3.5 fucking years and crushed it, right? And got yoga certified in that fucking time frame too, and started teaching yoga. So it's like I have this thing where I couldn't do a hobby if it doesn't make me money or provide resources, right? Like that's where the whole like why we started homesteading. I can make my hobby into something that produces resources. YouTube came from there. I was like, well, I'll do YouTube only if I can make money on it, because I'm not gonna. It at least needs to be able to like buy us a date, at the end of the fucking month or year or whatever, But you're right. We need to bring this shit back in a big fucking way. We need parents to go tell the teachers that you better never speak about your sexuality to my fucking 10-year-old, or I'm going to visit you at your fucking house.
Absolutely. The thing is, women are the ones who got us out of the whole COVID restrictions. Women are the one who went to the board meetings. The men were like, I'm just going to keep quiet and do my own thing. When you and I are like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, we were getting shadow banned before shadow banning was cool.
Yeah. No shit. And it's like women got us out of that. And then immediately we couldn't, like the left all of a sudden didn't even know what a woman was no more. So
they are the party for women, yet they literally want to get rid of women's sports.
It's so funny to hear like, oh, we need a woman president. We need a woman president. You bitches literally didn't even know what the fuck a woman was 2 years ago.
When did we find out what a woman was?
I don't know. Maybe a biologist told us, because the fucking person. We have a Supreme Court justice that pretended she couldn't define what the fuck a woman was because she's not a biologist. Like, so in other words, that would be disqualifying for any sexual assault of any kind, because she can't tell if it's a man or a woman.
Can you tell me this then? How come a baby is just a clump of cells, but if I'm drunk driving and I kill a pregnant woman, it's double murder?
It's the thing. There's no consistency, none at all. Like none at all, right? And here's my thought, dude, on all this shit. By the way, I think drinking and driving should be a massively higher fucking.
Okay, I'm anti-drinking in general.
I know. Dude, you don't drink.
So let's say I'm driving erratically, and I'm under the influence of too much protein, and my farts are making it so I can't see. They're clouding up the car. Okay, let's take drinking out of it. And I kill a woman and her unborn child. It's double murder. Yet that same woman can go kill that baby and tell me that it was a clump of cells. Can you tell me how that works? Just explain that in stupid terms.
I have no idea, dude. I have none.
Zero idea. By the way, we're both pro-choice, but we're not retarded.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's the problem. We have too many people that like it's got to be this like it's extreme or nothing, right? There's this woman on TikTok. You don't follow the TikTok stuff as much as I do, but she goes by Mama Tot, right? Her name's Ophelia, and she is like, I never ever bought into this chick. Like I think me and you, like, you understand what I mean? Like I knew she was fake as fuck from the very beginning, right? But she does this whole Southern Belle, like, you should just feel good about yourself and everybody do this. And I love everybody and everybody's beautiful and blah, blah, blah. Right. So all this shit happened in North Carolina, which, by the way, people, on a complete side note, just so everybody knows, there's still thousands of people missing in North Carolina that are probably dead. Thousands. Yeah. When the actual like full sum is announced, it's going to be in the thousands. More. It's very likely that more people died in North Carolina from that storm than died in 9/11. Very likely. Very likely. Right. But So she was pitching a fit about that and about FEMA and everything like that. And so the people on the left that follow her, she's got like millions of followers. The people on the left that follow her were fucking savagely attacking her because she's basically criticizing FEMA and the government. And that means she wasn't giving Kamala support. So they
Did you hear something about FEMA being attacked by local militias, or is that?
Yeah, let me pull that up for you, actually.
News?
Well,
I saw something about it.
Yeah, give me a sec. I got it for you. I was pissed when I read it, but anyway, while I'm looking for this, I'll finish what I was saying.
I'm okay with it.
the Mama Tot thing. She then made an apology video because like
Never apologize.
a bunch of Trump voters were coming to her her defense, like, hey, she's allowed to have an opinion, and what's happened in North Carolina is fucked up. You know, we should all this shouldn't be something that we're having an argument about. This should be like all of us people, left, right. There's people that we are missing. Thousands of fucking people. There's whole towns gone. It changed the topography of the fucking land. It moved rivers. Like it literally moved rivers. It's like it's unreal. So a bunch of Trump voters came to her, defense, right? So she then makes a video basically apologizing to the left and saying, like, I thought you guys knew I wouldn't vote for him because I'm a good person. Like, the fuck? Like, so Trump voters aren't good people? Like, it's so weird how they fucking pander. Here it is, though, dude. So here's the problem. I want us to take a look at this.
Honestly, I think FEMA should be disbanded. I think they're a terrorist group.
I think they're a terrorist organization too. I really do. But it says federal emergency workers were forced to pause their hurricane recovery efforts in North Carolina after National Guard troops reportedly discovered trucks of armed militia who were out hunting FEMA, quote unquote. So they have a quote. They have a quote. But if you read the fucking article, and I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, they admit to the Today Show admits to not seeing the evidence and not even knowing if it's credible or not. But yet they make this fucking headline.
Oh my God.
And for those of you, anybody out there that somehow thinks that, this shit is just being blown out of fucking proportion, you should pay attention because there are people posting about this nonstop. Stop looking at the fucking media. Here's a guy. Hang on.
I've seen one FEMA agent since I've been here. He approached the front gate of our facility, and his request was, get this, cooperate with local government. Hey, you guys need to cooperate. We're like, what are you talking about? We have, look at all the law enforcement here. Look at all the firefighters here. Yeah. We've had state senators come out here and land. We've had congressmen come out here and land. We've had Fox News here. We've had several other news media here to really capture what we're doing.
Yeah. Then you've got people like me who just on the phone trying to get the word out because the mainstream media is not doing their job, and so you got a donkey like me trying to do it.
We've been reported to the authorities for domestic terrorism.
Yeah,
we're a bunch of special operation veterans. It doesn't get any more American than what we're doing. Yeah, we're here to help the people.
Oh my God. So, there's going to be a fucking civil war. Because guys like him, you start making them the enemy, guess what? There's more servicemen who aren't in service right now who are trained than there are in service right now.
Absolutely.
A lot. Well, think about it. You have the last 20 years.
Yep.
And so if they start vilifying these great Americans who are trying to help people, dude, it's not going to end well. It's just not going to end well.
And for those of you out there, I really, if you take anything away from this show tonight, do your very best to not listen to the mainstream media about what's going on and literally just go onto social media and try to find people that live in that area that are posting. I'm not saying that their accounts are 100% accurate, but listen, like dozens and dozens and dozens of videos have said that they're still finding people in trees and shit. Like they're still finding bodies in trees. This is the last one of this I'll play because I don't want to be too.
This isn't in the news yet, and it's not that they're trying to keep it. I just don't think that there's any way to put this in the news. When I try to talk to some of my friends about it, they're not reacting like I think they should. And it took me a while. I was upset. I was like, why aren't they reacting? And I realized that we do not have a concept for what just happened. We don't. This is like a textbook event, and it took me a few days to really wrap my head around it. When they say in the mountains that entire towns are washed away, they don't mean just the buildings. They mean the people, animals, the trees, everything is gone. That 200 figure, those are the people who are accounted for. There are thousands of people still missing. And they're not whole bodies anymore. Everything is mixed together in the mud and the sand and the silt. I have friends that I'm never going to see again. And the only way that I'm going to know is just to wait and see who never turns up.
You know,
FEMA is a terrorist organization.
They are. But I always say this, and this is something I'm waiting for to see the black SUVs pull up in my lawn, dude. Because when one organization of the government can be that absolutely corrupt, because I'm sorry, you got to see it for what it is. They let many people die. Like how we did not mobilize just a massive amount of fucking people to help take care of citizens, man. Like citizens. For all we knew, there was like, you know, people that were alive even days later, right? Like, I mean, even days later. But they just let these people die alone, probably buried in silt and shit like that, not even trying to dig them out. There should have been like hundreds of thousands of people should have swarmed those mountains and tried to take care of shit. And I understand logistically it might be a problem, but we pay trillions of dollars in taxes to have a government organization that's supposed to be able to fucking take care of us in times of emergency. If they don't watch our border, if they don't take care of us in times of emergency, they don't provide common defense, and they fucking don't look out for our rights, why do we have a fucking federal government? You know,
we shouldn't at this point.
And we shouldn't at this point.
Much longer.
Yeah.
I see there being a separation.
There has to be
that happening.
There has to be.
What's going to happen is Republican states are just going to refuse.
Yeah.
They're just going to not pay. They're like, oh, we're going to cut funding. Fuck you. We don't need you. Done.
Yeah. I mean, seriously.
Done.
Yep. It's absolutely crazy. But people, go check out what's happening. Because both those videos, by the way, were posted either today or yesterday. They're brand new videos, right? Wow. So this is an active thing that's going on. People are still there. Thousands of people are fucking missing. It's amazing to me that this isn't on the. Well, it's not amazing. I shouldn't even say that. After 2020, it's not amazing. It's not on the news because they don't want you talking about it. They don't want you talking about it because they're worried that it might affect how you fucking vote. Right? That's literally it. And they're in the can for Kamala. You know?
Dude, it's just, I don't even know what to say, man. I mean,
I don't either anymore.
It's at the point where they wrote, the forefathers saw this coming.
Yes, they did. There are mechanisms for it.
Checks and balances, you know, and that's the citizens. It's supposed to be a government of the people, by the people. FEMA is a bureaucratic, unelected part of the government that needs to be disbanded. Mm-hmm. It needs to be removed from the government. Remember when they bought up all the ammo a few years ago?
Yeah.
What the fuck does FEMA have ammo for?
Right. Why? That's a great question. You know, like an absolute great question. Like here's another question. There's Border Patrol. Like Border Patrol is fucking showing up. Right? Why the fuck is Border Patrol showing up in North Carolina?
Why is Border Patrol showing up in North Carolina?
Go fucking secure our fucking border, bitches. You know?
Don't we have enough bad stuff going on at the border? Can't we put someone else on the interior?
And they're showing, like, here's the thing. It would be different if they were like had a shovel in their hand and they're fucking digging people out. Their armed border patrol is there basically to be, I think, security for FEMA.
Well, if I were the government, I would be concerned about militias at this point.
Yeah, they should be.
It's getting to that weird point, dude. But you know, the good news is it looks like Trump could win.
That is good news. But my biggest worry. My biggest worry is that like it really appears like he would win. He is going to have more black people vote for him than any president probably in modern history. That's a Republican easily, right? He's going to get way more. Like I know so many centrists like ourselves that are like, fuck this shit. I can't possibly, you know. I knew a bunch of people that before they named Kamala, that they were like, I just won't vote. But if they named Kamala and they're like, I'm voting for Trump. Fuck, I'm voting for Trump now, you know? And I just think that like, it's so egregious that I don't think that if Trump would lose, I think it's going to be bad. I think something might pop off because I personally won't buy the election results. I refuse. I just can't possibly believe that this woman who is like the most unpopular vice president ever, nobody voted for this bitch. Nobody at all voted for her to be the nominee. And the country is in fucking shambles. I just refuse to believe people would vote for it. I
like how they keep saying we can't take 4 more years of this.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, she's literally in the White House right now.
Right now.
It's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
They're either trying to lose or they're appealing to the low IQ, low intellect voters, which is unfortunate that we have so many, but that's what they're doing, you know?
I don't even know where to go, man. It's a frustrating thing right now. I mean,
it really, really is.
But I mean, all we could do is be hopeful and take care of our community. That's all we got.
Yep. On that note, bro, why don't I let you go?
And I'm gonna I already had a ticket out for StreamYard. This is weird because it's showing up on the toggle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's showing up. It just won't let me click on it. It's an internal. It's got to be an internal. Yours is working, but it's got to be an internal problem, and hopefully it's easily fixable.
Yeah, hopefully, for real.
I'm gonna and I use Zoom today, and Zoom actually has much better video quality. It just doesn't stream. That's the problem. Zoom, we would have to. I think he froze. Zoom, we would have to actually record and then upload. Dude, StreamYard hates us today.
It hates us. It fucking hates us.
I'm telling you, I looked up the thing online. It says there's no outages. I'm like, whatever. But I went on Zoom today, and it has much better video quality.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll figure that out.
We will figure it out. All right.
So we'll be back tomorrow. You'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I might be back. It depends if I go to football practice or not.
Okay.
I might have a meeting at 6.
I will definitely be back tomorrow, and I'm going to take us out with an ad for those of you that have already realized. By the way, it's Canadian Thanksgiving, so for those of you that have realized that the sweets are going to cause you to gain 20 pounds this winter, especially with all the stress of this election.
Yeah.
Go get No Morbidity. Go get Alchemy. Go get Ember for the Holy Trinity Weight Loss Bundle. And here's an ad for you to go do so. Have a great day.
See you next time.
Ladies, come here. If you want to burn body fat, not just a little bit, but a lot, I got the perfect stack for you. It's 3 products. Ember, which is a powerful thermogenic that you take in the morning, suppresses your appetite to a degree, and it raises your metabolic rate and have you burning calories all day long. Alchemy, what Alchemy is going to do is it allows you to eat those carbs in your meal guilt-free. It's going to take those carbs and burn it off as fuel, so you have plenty of energy throughout the day. Before you go to bed, you're going to take No Morbidity. It's the best part of the stack because while you sleep, a deep, restful sleep, it's going to be burning calories, burning fat all night long. So you're going to wake up not feeling groggy, feeling refreshed, ready to go about your day. So we got you covered all day long. This is called the Holy Trinity Stack. And ladies, it's for y'all, for the queens.